Today I'll be doing a review of two different guns, Classic Army M15A4 and a Classic Army Sportline p90. Okay, we're going to start with the M15. Really nice appearance right out of the box. It comes with a magazine on your standard manual and some other stuff. It's around $260 in some places, full metal body besides plastic stock and battery compartment. Right now I have a 9.6 volt battery in here and a 480 round mid cap around there. This gun is not ambidextrous and it has a really nice outer appearance besides where the hop-up is, right in there. This thing right here normally comes off with any like movement or shaking. See, like it just did right there. So that's one disappointment I have about this gun. Altogether though, I could care less about that when it comes to this overall performance of this gun. It has a really nice rate of fire and shoots around 390 FPS. I will be showing it firing in a few seconds with an 8.4 volt and a 9.6 volt battery. It has the retractable stock obviously, and it can be adjusted to about 5 different sizes. Okay, it's got good sights right here. I'm not sure if this was removable. I guarantee it is though, because why wouldn't it be? Classic Army really usually does a really good job making M15s of any type. Now this is the X series, like I said before. One thing that's really interesting is a lot of people don't realize is most airsoft guns, the grip right here is actually larger than the actual gun. That's because of the motor. I'm not sure which motor's in here. I know it's a long type, and it's a really good motor because it has a really good rate of fire and everything. But I will be showing it firing in a few minutes. Okay, now for the second part of the review, the Classic Army p90 Sportline. This is not how the Sportline comes right now. The only difference right now is this has a Echo 1 Scar barrel extension on there just for the elongated barrel. Okay, the gun overall is not a bad gun. It's about $150. Comes with a high cap. Classic Army p90 high caps are very undependable. They break very easily. So right now I have a mid cap in there. Mid caps hold about 180 rounds. Have about 4 of them with me. They're each about 25 bucks, so it's a pretty good gun. Comes with an 8.4 volt battery and has a really good rate of fire for a gun. And when I compare it to the M15, I'm going to be putting the 9.6 and the 8.4 in this. Overall, I think this one has a high rate of fire, but just not as accurate altogether. Okay, the battery goes in the back compartment right there. This is not a metal body, obviously, because the actual p90 is not a metal body. But this is very durable. You can drop it, that kind of stuff, and it's not going to break. So, it's got, when it comes to outer appearance, is the cocking lever moves. I don't know if you guys can see that because of the lighting. And if I take the mag out, which this is the mid cap, okay, you push down the button right here and the front comes off. Okay, which makes it kind of interesting because this is the whole barrel, the hop up and everything, which is adjustable. It's not exactly an easy hop up to adjust, but you can adjust it fairly well. This part's about 3/4 of the weight. So you just click that back in, doesn't move, don't have to do anything else, and you just pop your mag in. The mid caps feed about 30 BBs per second, which is pretty good because this does have a high rate of fire, and I will be showing the rates of fire of both the guns in about a second. Now it comes with the rail system right there, which is really nice because a lot of airsoft guns don't really have that high rail system, and when you're wearing a full face mask it can be hard to aim down a sight or your rails sights depending on what you have on there. So having a higher one is pretty nice overall when it comes to airsoft because you can adjust your hop up to go higher, and it just overall makes it a lot easier to aim. So I will be showing you how this fires in just a second. Okay, so now I'll be showing the rate of fire and the overall firing of the Classic Army M15. Right now I'm on semi. Hopefully you can see these BBs. If you can, I'm sorry, but they're hitting relatively quickly. This is about 30 feet. and that's on semi with the 9.6. Now this is going to be on full auto. As you can see, it has a really good rate of fire. Okay, now I will be putting an 8.4 volt battery in there to show you the difference. Okay, just so you guys know how this is done, if the battery's in here, as I said earlier, you just squeeze and that rolls off. Okay, this is the battery I had in there, and I will be putting the different battery in there now. The battery I'm putting in there is from the P90, so it's not going to fit in there with it closed, so I'll be doing this with the cover open. Or actually it will fit, so let me go ahead and close this. Okay, 1 second. Still working on this. This can sometimes be a little bit hard to get in here. Okay, so now it's the rate of fire on semi, which really doesn't make a difference. Now compare this to full. I don't know if you guys can hear that or see it, but there's a significant difference between the rate of fire with the 9.6 and the 8.4. Okay, right now I have the 8.4 volt battery in the P90, and I will be firing it now. Okay, this is it on semi, and this is it on full. Okay, pretty good rate of fire. Now I'll be putting in the 9.6 volt battery, which should only take me a second. Now this one will not fit in for sure, so as you can see, it's draping over. So I will be firing it now on semi, 9.6 volt battery. Okay, and now here it is on fully auto. Okay, I think the battery started dying there, but it has a really nice rate of fire, as you can see, with 9.6 volt. So that's the Classic Army M15A4 and the Classic Army Sportline P90, and that's all for now.